All right. I promise this is my last dedicated Wicked Cushions video for a while here. I say dedicated because you all know I am going to plug and I'm going to talk about Wicked Cushions in the middle of many headset videos, headphone videos forever. But today, many of you have been asking about, and sorry for my delay, of the review of the Wicked Cushions and Arctis Nova Pro headset and how do they perform on them. Why it's taken me so long to get to this. Not just because I've been like, I don't want to do it. I've had them for quite a while actually, but they've been back ordered or the stock hasn't been there. And you all know old Techne, there's one thing I hate is talking about products that you can't get. Not just because you're not going to click on my link down in the description. By the way, if you need Wicked Cushions, my links are right down in the description. But that's not the core. I hate group buys, like within keyboards and stuff. I hate group buys, and I'm not a big fan of pre-orders, even though they do have to happen, right? But right now, you can finally get your cushions right on Amazon for your Nova Pro wireless. The black ones are not in stock yet. You got to go to Wicked Cushions website for the black ones, but they are inbound, hopefully by the end of January. But all right, let's talk about the Arctis Nova Pro with Wicked Cushions. Number one, we're going to kick it off with the stock cushions. What was the biggest complaint across the board, especially for me, many other people as well? It's that stinking noise cancellation nub within this headset. If you pop off the ear pad here, you're gonna see that little nub in there. That's for that noise cancellation, right? And for me, it's not when you first put them right on. So let me get this cushion back on. It's clip on right here. It's whenever you put it like this, you're not gonna feel it. But over a long period of time, a game session right there, where that heat and the pads start kind of sinking in on you, you're gonna feel that nub. It's not digging into the middle of your ear or anything. Me personally, I felt it pressing right up there. Again, head shape to head shape, ear size to ear size. You may not feel it, you may feel it more, but for me, I felt it and it was stinking annoying. On top of that, the ear pads are completely pleather. I live down south and my ears get spicy. It feels like I'm wearing earbuds. You get that moisture buildup in there. Yo, it's stinking annoying. All right, so that brings us over to the Wicked Cushions here. Now, you know, they come out with many different patterns, so many different styles to match your setup. I'm gonna be talking about the red and black camos here because I absolutely love them. And what we're gonna talk about is the fully pleathers, and I also have the Wicked Freeze ones. You all know I absolutely love the freeze with the gel inside. Now, like I stated before, don't think the gel ones are like a refrigerator or a freezer there. No, just to the touch, just putting them on like that. Like it clear as they feel it. It's just cooler. I personally love it. Now, I've stated before, don't take your headset, once you got these on, store it next to a PC or a light source or something like that, because it's just going to absorb the heat. They're going to be hot. Store them away from it. Then every time you put them on, they're going to be cool to the touch. Okay? So let's talk about this. Number one, install them. You saw me peel that cushion off. You don't ruin your stock cushion. It just clips off right on the headset right there. Super easy. So if you ever want to go back to the stock ones, you can. No issue whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of the freeze ones, kind of put your fingers into the pads and clip down. Don't press from up top, kind of in, bam, and down till you feel the bracket. Now I'm also going to put on one of these stock foam ones here, which are just like the stock ones we took off, but much thicker. So number one, we just transformed our headset and it looks stunning. I absolutely love it. It just makes me want to go use them. Oh, geez. The freeze. Oh, geez, the freeze. Right there, little catchphrase. All right, so let's talk about this. Stock cushion, all right? The fully pleather Wicked cushion. Over here, we have the freeze cushion. And I want you to just look at that right there, okay? And you can see the difference. Again, stock, I'm not putting any pressure on this right here, so I'm not squeezing them. And you can see the difference. The freeze is the thickest. This one over here is a little bit thicker than the stock one. But it's not just the thickness. If you watched my recent video, it's that density. So when we got the stock one here, I can pretty much press on it lightly, bam, and it goes down. Hence the reason of that nub hitting us in the ear. Coming over here to the Wicked Cushion one, it's a little bit firmer. Saying firm is a little harsh right there, you know what I mean? But you have a little bit more padding in there. It still goes down and forms to the ear, but you do have a little bit more padding. Coming over here to the freeze, you got a lot more padding. You got that gel up top right there. Oof. These things are just stinking cozy, guys. I absolutely love them. So the number one thing that we're going to get here by changing our pads is you're not going to feel that nub at all. That's the key point here. That is the key point. The comfort is just 10 times better. They're good out of the box, but this makes them absolutely great. And hands down, Stinkin Cozy, whichever route you go. Now, the other thing you hear a lot, and it's a big thing on there, and I covered it again in that last video, is it going to change the sound of your headset? All right, and I've been getting a lot of, especially with my last video, go check out some of the comments, right? You get different from everybody, because again, everybody's ears are going to be different. Sound is subjective for everybody, you know what I mean? Me personally, on any of my SteelSeries, just about any of my gaming headsets, I go in there, tweak a quick EQ, set it to what I like, and I'm off to the races. I'm good to go, right? It's the same thing of changing your pads. Yeah, it's going to change the sound slightly. More so if you're going with, like, say, the cloth ones, the gel ones over here, because you're going over here pleather to pleather. They're fully wrapped in, right? Now, as I showed you that size, the size of the Wicked Cushion pleather ones are a little bit bigger. So yeah, it's going to pull those drivers slightly. I'm talking slightly away from your ears. Mild amount. So saying it's a difference is like, man, it's hard to even say that, but yes, there is a minute difference. The biggest difference you'll notice is the noise cancellation. Me personally, my personal opinion, the noise cancellation is already garbage on this headset compared to, say, Bose or Sony or something like that, Apple. So the noise cancellation is kind of And me personally, I wouldn't recommend using it in gaming because it jacks with your sound anyways. You know, so if you're in that situation already, you already got an issue right there, you know. But again, it is going to pull that nub a little further away from your ear. That's number one. The core sound, will it tweak it or change it? Again, yes, but mildly. But like I stated, I always dabble with an EQ, and I'm sure the majority of you guys are as well. Why are you buying the Nova Pros? So you can get in here and dabble with your EQs and really play around with the sound of the headset. You do that out of the box. So what's the difference if you put on a Wicked Cushion and you dabble with that EQ more? So saying it changes the sound it's tough, right? Because we're already changing the sound. Me personally, I'm already changing the sound because I'm dabbling with that EQ. Now I'm putting a different cushion on, whichever one I'm going with. Will it change it from your stock EQ? Your EQ usage. Let's put it that way. Probably minute. Maybe you'll want to, you know, pull out the bass a little bit more, vice versa, something like that. You know what I mean? It's absolutely minute, the amount of sound that it changes. And again, the great thing about the Nova Pros is being able to adjust it right on the fly right there. So in the long run, you're going to get the headset to sound exactly how you want right there. So that's a small piece. Again, like I stated before, the number one benefit here is the comfort. It is game changer for this headset. It is something that SteelSeries really messed up on this headset with those puny, chintzy little ear cushions with this. It's a shame because they've done ear cushions so good in the past, and here they just, I honestly think they failed. Slapping the Wicked cushions on your Nova Pro wireless is not something you should try. I honestly think it's something you need to do on this headset.